Welcome to a podcast about running BPM-X trial software for model-based testing with test plan creation in hpalm. I'm Volker Rautenberg from Transware AG, the manufacturer of BPM-X software. While the trial's tutorial document covers each and every detail of your BPM-X trial version, this podcast takes the short route and provides you with the essentials to quickly run BPM-X model-based testing. After you've downloaded the BPM-X trial setup and the accompanying materials, you are ready to install the BPM-X software on your machine. Before you start the installation, it is strongly recommended to make a backup of your computer. Double-click the setup file. It is of type Application. Then run the installation by pushing the Run button. Read the general terms and conditions and agree to them if possible. Now hit the Install button. You can see the installation progress. And finally click the Close button. Now you are ready to start BPM-X Converter Workstation. First, it will ask you for a graphical user interface language. We pick English here. Then you will be asked to select your BPM-X configuration. Click Next. Select Unpack a new BPM-X configuration file and click Next. Now please select the configuration file. It is among your downloads and named BPM-X trial mbt aris.bpx. Push Next. As it is an archive file, it needs to be unpacked into a configuration folder. Simply leave the suggested default location as is, hit Next and click Finish. The configuration settings have been saved successfully. The next step is to request a license. Click the button Request New License. Fill in your data and press the Send Email button. Automatically an email is generated. You just need to send it. We will create your individual license and email it to you as soon as possible. Let us have a look at the two ARIS artifacts you have downloaded, a filter and an XML file containing the source data for the trial. Here is how you first import the ARIS filter. Start ARIS and from the ARIS drop-down menu select Administration. A new Administration tab appears. In the navigation panel select Configuration, Conventions, Filter. On Filter invoke the context menu and select Import Filter. The Import Filter dialog opens. Click Browse. Select the ARIS filter you have downloaded, BPM-X trial mbt aris.filter, and press Open. Now that you've picked the filter, hit OK. Wait until the filter has been imported successfully. And finally, among your existing filters, you will see BPM-X trial mbt aris. Next, let us import the XML source file into an empty aris database. On that database, invoke the context menu and select Login with Options. In the Login wizard, select the filter BPM-X trial mbt aris, select English United States as language, and push Finish. You are logged into the database and may now import the XML file for model-based testing. Select the main group, invoke its context menu and select Import XML files. In the XML import wizard, pick the downloaded XML file BPM-X trial mbt aris98.xml and click Next. On the settings page, select Check and Import, tick the checkbox Always include group path and hit Next. On the XML conflict resolution page, select Source Overrides Target for all entities and hit Finish. Wait until the XML file has been imported successfully. And in the end you see the contents of the XML source file in your database after you have ticked Models and Objects in the navigation panel. There's one model named Purchase Requisition Flow with all its objects, and there is a group called Requirements and Risks with corresponding objects included there. Let us now look at the source model in ARIS. It is depicting a BPMN 2.0 based purchase requisition process flow. There's one start event and two end events, and in between we see four decision objects. Also, there are two requirement and two risk objects, which are easily identifiable by the fill color. Even though the process itself is not highly complex, it is very suitable for demonstrating model-based testing. An important feature of the ARIS model are the attributes of all the task objects. They add value for testing. For each relevant business task, we have a set of attribute values. Here is a specific task object. We can see information regarding the description definition, its example data, execution hints, and the expected result. The set of attributes may be extended as required. The essential point is that attributes carry important information for testing. We shall soon see how all these data are reused in test cases. Once you have received your BPM-X license file, copy it to a convenient location, for instance to the desktop. Start BPM-X Converter Workstation again. It presents the License Manager dialog. Simply push the Select License File button and select your license file. You should then see the message "License successfully installed." Click the Continue button. Now you are ready for model-based testing. In BPM-X Converter Workstation, select the conversion chain aris BPMN to hpalm. Select the aris XML source file you have downloaded. Select the coverage for model-based testing. Statement coverage C0 is fine. Provide the details regarding your hpalm system, the server's IP address, its port, and your credentials. Also specify your hpalm domain, project, and the test folder you wish to put your test plans into. And finally, make sure that the requirements are written to a convenient hpalm requirements folder. Now click Convert. The test cases will be computed and transferred to hpalm. In hpalm, go to the Testing module and select Test Plan. For the selected coverage, the model-based testing algorithm has generated 2 test plans. The attribute values regarding the description and expected result are properly displayed. Please note that due to the defaults in hpalm, the other attributes are not available out of the box, but this could easily be managed by a trivial customization in hpalm. In addition to the test plans, requirements have been created. Requirements are shown in hpalm's requirement module. Both requirements and risks from the aris model are treated as hpalm requirements. Risks are simply distinguished by a different hpalm requirement type. In the test plan module, the requirements and risks are also shown in the requirements coverage tab of a test plan. If you like to see the aris process model in hpalm, you need to run another conversion chain, aris BPMN to XPDL. Select your aris XML source file. Provide a convenient output folder for the resulting XPDL file which represents the aris model. Then click Convert to generate the XPDL output. In hpalm, go to the Requirements module and select Business Models. Click the Import button, select the generated XPDL file and let hpalm import it. And finally you see the business process model. This has been a quick introduction to your BPM-X trial version. You will find more details in your tutorial document. I'm Volker Rautenberg from Transware AG. Thank you very much for your interest in BPM-X software and have a successful trial.